Welcome, listeners, to Sir LENZO'S Memoirs. The discussion on this episode, it's about the American think tank of evil. Yes, I have been giving it some thought, and I really do not see any direction for the think tank, the so-called American think tank, other than wish other countries evil, chaos all over the world. Now, they have been involved in so many wars. In fact, some citizens of most countries, you understand, don't even want them, to put mouth because it's just this war. And the fact of it is that America has actually invested a lot in armaments. The only sad part for them is the fact that the world is moving on based on our realities and our dynamisms. We don't want to fight anymore. We don't want wars. The holy wars of taking over, it's gone. They should let go of the past. Now, there's no need to bore my listeners with, how many wars America has been in. There are still school of thought concerning right or wrong of them, taking sides with Ukraine. I will say this on that particular issue. I do not side with Russia. I side with America and the rest of the world, as does my country, Nigeria. In fact, it makes me proudest because it is our humanity that really drives it. It's not all this importance. It's not all these definitions. It's just our realities. And the way the world is right now, because of digitization, there is a greater amount of connect. So there's really no lying about how your place is, now saying my place is worse or my place is better. We are all facing different challenges, nobody even knows what's going to happen tomorrow. But you see, there are think tanks, especially as it concerns my very own country, Nigeria, is what gives me joy. Look, every election, the American think tank shamelessly comes out with violence at the end of our elections. I do not really understand it. It's always constant. Now, what actually makes me laugh is the amount of energy they impute into us having this chaos. I believe they do. For starters, 2023 elections. Well, by one miracle of foresight, my chairman, my able madman, President Buhari himself, had mopped up cash from the Nigeria ecosystem. So when they were going to be caught, they were caught with dollars. I mean, it stands American out because for you to actually have 500,000 in American currencies, I mean, that must have come out from somewhere. That must have come from somewhere. Now, after the elections, the American president has refused to congratulate our president-elect. More so, their ambassadors, together with the UK ambassadors and ambassador, then I think someone in, State Department of America, have made some, very funny remarks. They keep talking on behalf of Nigerians as if, what exactly is your business? Before our elections, their Secretary of State and, they did a video addressing Nigerians. Please, as who? As who? What vested interest does America have in Nigeria? Because we don't do same. Please, so that we are guided, please call that name Nigeria with respect. I insist, personally I insist. Any proud Nigerian should please insist with me. Call that our name with respect. Nigeria, Nigerians. We are sharp, we're intelligent. I keep saying it. I'll keep repeating it. See, una juju don't expire. If na juju una say una cast, if na una sorcerers working, it's never going to be on us. I say this confidently because the debacle that their 2020 election was before the whole world. We all saw it. Nobody put mouth. The institution did stand strong. And we're all learning from it. But now, being the pillar that we fall us is always what's making me laugh. You guys are not even sharp enough to handle yourself. You're having problems, aren't you? Now, America is going into recession. Their banks are failing. So who now makes them the world expert? They are think tanks. Without any shame, they will always just be talking about their foreign policy, what will happen in another place, everybody forming experts. You just see one nonsensical person you've not seen before. We go on television, start claiming he's an expert on African studies. Who are you studying? Who are those? Who are the mice that you have put in a lab? That you have? The utterances are insulting, demeaning. The state of our department person just came and said the Nigerian was talking about our own election. You dey mad? American election that Trump said was filled with rigging. Did Trump not say it was full with rigging? Mail ballot. There were lots of issues there now. Everybody sat down and allowed them to take care of their own issue. It will not reach our turn. You start forming, I don't understand. You start forming king. You start forming boss of who? Why would your Secretary of State even put one out? And please, to the Nigerian government and Nigerians, any ambassador that is in our country should shush whenever we are doing anything. You find the British ambassador saying now that whoever does anything violence, are you now the prefect of our country? Are you mad? You will not give. What's this nonsense visa that you're always talking about? Is that how many people? They'll start threatening you with visa ban. Are you crazy? Who are you people? The UK has Modern Slavery Act. Don't you know that? You understand? When you make nonsense utterances, it is like as if you are calling yourself a monarch, a leader of us, a lordship over us. Has the UK not had its own set of problems? Why is everybody now doing as if, please, this is Africa. Renewed hope, Nigeria Day. We really don't have time for that baggage. We see ourselves as equal and we try to move the world forward. Not that every election you people interfering, putting your mouth, saying all sorts of rubbish. Violence. If there's violence there, if there's violence there, we are not good enough to take care of our own issue. Is that what you're saying? Without American input or UK making statements. How many statements do we make? Do our ambassadors make when you have your own nonsense issues? They're having strikes in the UK. They're having issues now. Deal with your own issues. Start talking about Nigeria. You call that name with respect. And this is the end of it. See, here is why I'm actually making this. And the American think tank of evil. You see, in 2020, there was insurrection in America. It wasn't just those that went to Capitol Hill. There were states that were on high alert based on Trump's doings on social media. They pulled his plug. They pulled Trump's plug to stop it. Now, but you see, Trump now had to go and set up his own social media, the Truth Social. You understand? To try and make a comeback. To let you know how important the social media space is. Now, the platforms belong to American firms. Because if you look at Nigerian elections, you will find out that there was this harassment coming from social media. I personally, Sir Lenzo, anytime I'm trying to type a reply, the system start asking me that what I'm saying shouldn't be said. And I now always wonder, if I can't say what I want to say, why are those people now able to say what they are able to say to the point that everybody was feeling threatened? America, the evil think tank. Look, it's high time we actually take over the social media space. Either we find a way, you understand, to censor them, you understand? And nobody should tell me there's nothing like censors. They are only using words on people that are not smart. America censored the word bomb. They censored the word bomb. Once you say bomb, shigban, you get issue. We all know that. The UK censored the news about NRA. They censored it. They made a policy that nobody can talk about that evil. That was way back. So when we are doing our own, they should not even think they have sense. And these American platforms, all of them really, before they drive us mad. Because everybody knows there are lots of bot accounts on Twitter. Who allows these things? And they should check how the money, they should actually investigate Twitter for one. Because one nonsensical person of no consequence will make a statement, you will see that it has 1 million views. What are these triggers for virility? We must really investigate this American think tank and their evil. Now we have now done the election. Their president is forming knowings. They are now forming concern. You start hearing that Nigerians are not. Who is your father that is putting him out? Who are the Nigerians you are talking on behalf of? Who are the Nigerians that the American government and their president and the UK, who are the Nigerians they have started representing, and when did they start representing any Nigerian at all? And in one context is the discussion. Is it as a superpower, as our father, or as our God? I don't understand. Because anything we don't do to America and the UK and the rest, Russia, please, when it reaches our turn, learn to, just shut up. If it is taught, guy, we will not, EFCC will not be the one looking for the criminals in Nigeria. If you guys were that good. All these enemy of states using all those things, all those fallacies, you people better just come down to earth. You better come down to earth, because Nigerians, Buhari, Tinubu, all of them are helping now so that they don't defraud foreigners to their death. We are the ones finding them in Nigeria now, organizing ourselves. COVID has come. We did better than them. It will not come to election. They will not start forming sense. Sense for who? Please, anybody that hears this, please let me share and let government know. Any ambassador that does not know his or her place should be sent out of the country, Joe. When he was not there, was there no Nigeria? Any. How can you be talking to Nigerians and you are an ambassador in our country? Start telling us now that that you will investigate. We need Daphne investigate who? That you are going to investigate, you will not give visa. Your visa, you know, go better for now without visa. Huh? So Nigerians will do something in Nigeria now. And this is a Keredu matter. I beg Nigerian government to please enter it. They start doing as if they are special. We are one kind. Are you people crazy? Your second, third, and even if you are a first world, second world country and you are not thinking because of that classification, you are not better than someone. What nonsense is that? Huh? We'll do election. You will just see every Tom, Dick, and Harry say is working. Start forming expert. Expert on top. We don't sabi ourselves finish. Where you want sabi us? Meanwhile, when they defraud them now, they'll start saying Nigeria is defrauding them. Oh, yeah, now. Should be your expert. Come and catch them in Nigeria now. You come and say, EFCC. Now, them will come, they find them for them. Look, all of us, all countries have problems. And the problems are being caused by human beings in them. And the human beings in Nigeria, they mad gone. We are trying to contain them inside Nigeria. And some of them coming over to your places are still giving you problems. You will now start forming American think tank. Now close all those who think tank, this thing. They are outdated. Don't know the sense the thing they have. Start forming magic. Magic for who? We magicians. It's too short for me. Anyhow, now I want to bring out Niger, gallant, ever, vibes, positive. Let's see the happen. More respect on ourselves, more we respect ourselves, I beg. Respect on ourselves. Make we respect ourselves. Call that name Nigeria we respect, please. I hope the whole world has enjoyed it. Proud Nigeria. Nonsense.